live, and then you put it together on YouTube?
No,
or
I'm just going to do one big film.
It's one raw kind of deal.
One big...
Yep, and everybody sees what we talk about when we're not live on here. While we are discussing
backstage,
that, I will let you know we have 7,053,000 online right now.
I filmed that, so you'll be able to have a look.
Yeah, it's just we've taken out the zeros. 7,053,000.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a good day actually. Normally we're about fives, to be very honest with you. Yeah. Anyway,
hi,
let's
Steve
go
Baker.
to the desk. Oh, Steve's online. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Here she
Hi,
is, the
Steve.
gorgeous Shannon.
Yeah, we're
We're going to go live now, Steve.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It's 3 after 11 o'clock, 25 degrees downtown. Kind of feel though, we got plenty more of the day to go. It's going to go a little higher. I kind of think 30 degrees is quite reasonable. It's Wednesday, January 23rd. Must feel strange for Shannon because I think she's still on Tuesday, to be quite honest with you. We're on the very early part of the world, to be very honest, and we're joined by a superstar, I feel, Shannon Rae. And it is an absolute pleasure to catch up with you, Shannon. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good afternoon for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday here in Los Angeles.
Oh, Taco Tuesday. Why didn't you say that earlier? I would have been on a plane over there. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe next week. You never know. Love tacos. Do you go to Taco Bell?
Well, I prefer like the more authentic Mexican, but you know, I do hit it up every once in a while.
You just got it once in a while, eh? Absolutely, I get it. I really, really do. It's like Starbucks. You've just got to drop in for a coffee every now and again.
You know, gotta get your Taco Bell fix on the way home from a gig, that's for sure.
There you go. Absolutely. I fully understand that. I really, really do. For us, actually, it's McDonald's on the way home. I'm just a cheap... Yeah, I'm just cheap, you see what I mean? But having said that, Shannon, now you've had an absolutely illustrious career, and we've done a little bit of research on you. We've found a few things here and there. We've got a few questions coming in from the audience that are listening at the moment as well, and I've got to welcome along 7+ million people hooked in and listening to the show.
Buddy.
But at the same time, I've really, really got to give a big shout out to Steve Baker, who introduced us, to be very honest with you. Big fan of Steve's work and what he does. And I've got to thank you, Steve, for Shannon Rae. Absolute sensation here at Galaxy. Now, Shannon, we just played, hang on, no more cowbell? Always room for cowbell.
Always room for cowbell. Yeah, more cowbell, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I know that you've got quite a talented band with you, even a very talented fiddler. But I don't see on the list here cowbell player.
Oh, well, that would be our drummer, Toby. He handles the cowbell.
Of course he would. Yeah, absolutely. I thought you would emulate one note. Right, not to take a job away from somebody, but I was actually going to put my hand up there for a minute.
You ready to join the band and be part of 100 crew?
Absolutely. Look, I'm quite an accomplished cowbell player. I just got to stop the cows from running away when I'm trying to do it.
I love it. I love
Fair enough, fair enough. Now, tell me a little bit about Hang On, because believe me, we absolutely love that here at Galaxy. How did you come to the lyrics of that?
Well, I actually can't take credit for Hang On. That was written by my songwriting partner, Dave Polich. He's also the keyboard player in 100 Proof, and he actually wrote that one.
Yes, I've heard about Dave. Literally, I've got a little bit of information about your band players, including Rick and Jed, and another Rick again. Now, have you got to think about Ricks?
Yeah, I am famous for Ricks in my band, yeah. I've got Rick Galliano on lead guitar, and then Rick Thibodeau on bass. And then every once in a while, like only once actually, we've had a sub for Ted Mentry, our other guitar player, and his name was Rick. So I had Rick, and Rick.
Right, so that's rather confusing, but you know who you mean, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so,
but you
yeah, Ted Mentry's there most of the time, and he's a fantastic guitar player too. So.
Absolutely, and you've also got Julie on the fiddle now, absolutely accomplished player in her own right.
Yes, Julie Push is a fantastic fiddle player, and we are very blessed to have her.
Absolutely, and I fully agree with you too. Plus, you got Toby on the drums now. Toby, master stroke in his own right. Now, I got to let you know, my friend, I'm an engineer myself. I've done many forms of engineering, from studio and recording live to actually working with bands around the world in concerts and stuff like that. Right down to making my own ads here, to be quite honest with you. But I've listened to these particular tracks, and believe me, I could go on and on. There is absolutely a multitude of tracks that we have of yours here, and I can't fault the work. Is everything done in the same studio?
Yeah, we recorded here in Los Angeles, and in this just a studio here. We are self-produced, and but right now we are searching for a big record deal. So. We have a couple meetings in Nashville next month, but you never know.
Well, I tell you what, I got a friend that is a record deal kind of guy. He is the CEO of a company called Bristol Records. Would you mind if I dropped a name to Brian for you?
Oh, you can drop my name anywhere, Grant. Come on.
Brilliant, absolutely stunning. Because believe me, I think you'd be very interested in the product that you're producing right now, and can get right behind it. All I can say is, Brian, I absolutely love this particular band, this particular work. Look into it for me if you wish. I'm pretty sure he will. If he gives you a phone call, please don't hang up on him.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian, you can reach us through my website, ShannonRae.com. So anybody out there, you've got a comment, question, you want to tell us how we're doing, please go to ShannonRae.com. Be sure to comment right there. Or on Facebook at Shannon Rae 100 Proof, and Instagram and Twitter at Shannon Rae 100. So be sure to let me know what you think of the music out there.
You preempted me, because basically I was going to ask you all of that just in a couple of minutes on how our fans can get hold of you, because one of the fan questions is, we absolutely love Shannon Rae. How do we get in touch with her? Well, you've absolutely covered that for me. Just got to ask you though, on your .com, do you have a merch store?
We have a merch store for the music, and we're producing right now some new merchandise, some new Shannon Rae and 100 Proof shirts and hats that'll be available next month.
I'm going to get cheeky and say, how would you like to throw a care package together for me and some CDs? We can do a giveaway, a Shannon Rae Lucky CD. We'd absolutely love to. I would absolutely love to be able to do a giveaway and keep your name rolling here at Galaxy. Would you entertain that idea?
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course.
Brilliant, because we do get.
Of course, yeah. We have old school CDs, but you can also get it everywhere digitally as well.
Exactly.
I'd be happy to autograph this.
Nice, thank you very much. And believe me, subliminally, you see, I wear t-shirts all the time, promoting different causes and different bands. People look at this, they get on the net and start looking and going, what's this about, or who's this, and how do we get involved? Before you know it, you got a whole heap of fan base right there. And believe me, the net is the modern way of building your fan base these days, don't you think?
Yeah, oh, for sure. People love to have T-shirts and remember the show that they went to that they love so much, and you know that I'll get you one of those first T-shirts for Grant, right?
Nice. And I don't mind wearing pink. I really don't. I'm quite comfortable with it, to be very honest. Most of our office is actually female, so I've learnt very, very quickly to be able to fit in. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Shannon, give me that back. Tell me all about that. Where did you come up with the lyrics of that?
Give Me That Back is written, I think everybody, young and old, loves the music from the 80s. And I think that everybody loves how, like, the 80s were so easy and we weren't all hooked up on our phones and, everybody walks around like this now. And back then it was a little easy and free. So that was the meaning behind those lyrics. And, just about like, give me back those fun, easy times.
I got to agree with you. Moreover, the old school kind of way of doing things. You see, I did my career all the way through that. I lived it anyway, if you know what I mean. And I've worked with some of the most prestigious 80s bands you could ever think of, including Tina Turner for one, and have met so many important bands growing up through the years to become something like the Dire Straits and the Def Leppards, the Metallicas, for instance. We're going through the years and we've witnessed all of that. I love this. I really, really do. And believe me, the fans ask for it quite a lot. We've got you into a number of shows that we do here at Galaxy, and we get a lot of people saying, how about playing a bit of Give Me That Back? So right here at Galaxy, you're with DJ Grant and Shannon Rae. Give Me That Back. Ooh, it's hot, I think, Bart.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Dwayne.
Dwayne, hello, buddy. How you feeling?
Good. There's just a little bit of a delay, but I think we can't really help that.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I can't get the hamster to turn the wheel fast enough.
Well, it's got to go there and come back.
Barbara, you need to pedal faster.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's going to happen.
I'll just crack my whip at Grant.
Yeah, no, I'll be the one running at the end of the day, believe me.
We're on Facebook Live, but we're off
let me ask you a
there.
question. So is Daddy's Girl requested there?
It is, it really is, but unfortunately through to time, we can't actually... Would you like me to swap it over?
Well, it's just a really important song, and it was written about I wrote that about my father, and
Okay, we'll play that.
Yeah. The Red Cadillac is really popular there?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And what's the other ones?
I was going to do Tequila Final. I can...
Oh, but I like Tequila too.
Yeah, well...
If Red Cadillac I wrote Daddy's Girl, that's why I kind of wanted to
I tell you what,
talk about that, but I don't want to ditch Tequila.
No, I tell you what, I will add it. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, if you can bear with me for an extra few minutes, we will certainly get it in there. How's that?
I think
I
one
can
of the
barely
Ricks is
keep it.
watching.
Oh, nice!
I think one of the Ricks is watching.
One of the Ricks is watching.
Yeah, from the band.
Ooh, watch out, one of the Ricks.
Oh, good. Hello, Rick.
Hello, Rick.
My Rick's watching there.
Yeah, we'll cover all the
Nice.
Ricks. Yeah. So after Red Cadillac, I'll put in Daddy's Girl working into Get Lucky.
Yeah. Good.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
Well, hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We got lots to talk about.
Absolutely. And I'm going to ask you now, in this next segment coming up, how you come to 100 proof. Are you kind of a mason jar kind of girl?
Well, I'm definitely a tequila girl, but we kicked around some names, and like we talk about, our band is so fun that I just really, we kicked around some names, and when they said 100 proof, I was like, I'll take it, because they are 100 proof.
Brilliant. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go right back to the desk now.
Yeah, time to behave again.
Time to behave again.
Yep.
When does that ever happen?
Shoulder pants and a man in red radio. Wolfman Jack.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 17 after 11 o'clock, 26 degrees. We're going up, and no, we're going to hit 30 today, absolutely, because we're in a basin and a little biosphere of our own. Heat comes in, no air gets around, it's just hot, it really is. Wednesday, January 23rd, and I'm joined out of LA, coming with Shannon Rae. Now, Shannon, I absolutely love your work. I really, really do. But at the same time, I got to ask you, how did you come up with 100 proof? Are you kind of a mason jar kind of girl, or because I know you like tequila?
Well, I've been known, but so we were kicking around a bunch of names, and I am a tequila drinking girl. And when they came up with 100 proof, I was like, that is great, because, this is one fun band, and, they are 100 proof. My boys and Julie, they're fantastic.
Nice,
and
nice.
It just seemed to fit. And that's the way it sounds, Shannon Rae and 100 proof.
It really does. And believe me, I was very, very impressed because I thought to myself, there's a girl that can get right behind a bit of high fuel banding, if you know what I mean. Now, I got to ask you, now let's set the scene here. You've got a crowd out there. It's all hyped up. The lights are up. They're coming up. The smoke machines are working. The music's there. Just before you go on stage, do you get the butterflies?
Do I what?
Do you get the butterflies? A little bit nervous.
No, usually I drown them with a shot of tequila.
There you go. You and I are really going to get on.
I do. I love to have a little drink before I go on. It loosens up and drowns those butterflies, and it's like rocket fuel. You
and I are going to get on really, really well. I can see this coming in the future. I really
have
can.
a feeling, Grant.
Yeah, there's something there. Now, your partner in crime, Dave, now, he's quite an accomplished man in his own right, and even having worked with Michael Jackson.
He has. He was actually going to be the keyboard tech for the This Is It tour, and then unfortunately Michael passed away, and we know the rest, so that was pretty sad. But he's worked with a lot of big names, including David Foster, who is a fantastic, producer himself, so legendary. So, Dave's quite talented, and actually, today is his birthday.
Oh, well,
so happy birthday, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. We wish you all the best on this special day. And well done to you and Shannon getting the popularity you're getting at the moment. At the same time, speaking of Michael Jackson, we've also had one of his close friends and background singers, writers. She wrote the Man in the Mirror song, which was Sayeda Garrett, and believe me, she's a Grammy winner herself. So you're in good company over this side as well, right? We have more and more in common than you think, to be very honest with you. Now, I got to talk about Ted. You're writing. Sorry, I got to talk about Ted. Now, he's played with Leonard Skinner, one of my heroes.
With Ted?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Teddy is a pretty big. He's got a lot of stuff on his resume. He works with Carl Behan, also of Supertramp.
Right.
So he's.
Well, I tell you.
So he's a lot of my guys. A lot of my guys have quite a resume, and I'm definitely. They are 100 proof that way. They all bring a lot to the table. Exactly.
And at the same time, he's worked with people like Boz Skaggs, another absolute legend in the business, if you know what I mean. We actually had Roger Hodgson from Supertramp over here just not so long ago, about a week ago, last weekend. Him and Ali Campbell and Tony Childs did something, I think in Taupo, was it? And we do something here and there with superstars as well, including get people into the country and do shows around the country, all the trimmings that you need, including, one of the first things was what's your wish list so that we can get that out the way. Having said that, Shannon, just wondering if you'd be interested in coming down here, down under, and doing a few concerts in front of Kiwi audiences.
Oh boy, would we love it. The band, the minute they heard that we were involved with New Zealand, they're like, when are the plane tickets being bought? They're so ready, and I'm so ready. Well, and I sure hope that we can get there soon.
At the same time,
we have a lot going on there.
We really do, actually, because I think it's, is it tomorrow night you're going to be on television here in New Zealand?
it's going to be Saturday night on Country TV at 8 p.m. We're going to be on Country Fix.
There you go.
So, yeah, the Galaxy video. And thank you so much, Steve Baker at Visual Image Marketing. You know, he got us on there so that, you know, we can be on the radio with you and also be on Country Fix on Country TV there this Saturday.
Well, I tell you what, I absolutely want to be the first to welcome you, not only to the entertainment side of New Zealand, but I would like to be able to welcome you in person here in New Zealand and do some shows with you. But, having said that, are you up for a bit of quirky stuff? Because here in New Zealand we do things that are kind of quirky, to be very honest with you. Are you just, well, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
Have I what?
Ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
I have not.
Okay, well, you must be familiar
What is that?
Okay, you must be familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Such a tease.
Yes.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's huge, it really is.
How big?
Well, you drink white worm, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right, you ever eaten the worm?
Yeah.
Right, now we're getting somewhere. This is bigger. And guess what we're going to do with it? You put it in your mouth, you bite off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down on it, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
They taste that good?
They really do. They really do. They're yummy, to be very honest. Native New Zealanders, known as the Maori, used to eat them quite a lot. In fact, I've had my share over the years. I really, really have. We'll even send you a video of an instructional video on how to be able to do this. You'll be able to show your best.
I'll try anything once. So
oh, good.
When I come there, I'll be happy to do that.
Oh, good. Look, I'm going to take you up on the next one then.
I will. I want you to film it.
Absolutely. And I will participate with you, but you got to wonder about the guy handing you a bowl of these white things that are wriggling and expecting you to eat them, really, don't you?
Yeah.
And the beetle is
like
so
that.
ugly
Have you ever
when
seen that
it's
show
growing.
called Fear Factor? It sounds like that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is real life. We do wild foods here in New Zealand, and believe me, we can come up with some pretty wild food, can't we, Barbara?
Yes.
Yeah, we really can. And of course,
Yeah.
I was brought up in the west coast of the South Island where they do have one down there in Hokitika. And believe me, it is an absolute blast every year when they get it done. Having said that, well, I don't know, Barbara, take her down the bottom of the South Island?
No.
Yeah, we'll throw her off a bridge. What do you reckon? Yeah, you got to throw her off a bridge. We're going to throw you off a bridge.
No.
Yeah, we did.
No.
We're going to take you down the bottom of the South Island and to adventure capital pretty much and throw you off a bridge.
Throw me off a bridge?
Yes, of course. Throw you off a bridge.
We'll throw Grant off.
Oh,
Or gang up.
All right. I'm gonna eat a big worm and I'm gonna get thrown off a bridge.
Yes, we have a thing here in New Zealand that we like to promote called bungee jumping. Yeah, we've bungee jumping.
I've never tried that.
Well, you will.
I would try this actually.
Okay, and seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee.
There we go. See, I'm going to eat worms and bungee jump in New Zealand. Boy, I got my fun cut out for me.
Oh, we're only just starting, believe me. We're a whole capital of fun here in New Zealand. We really, really are. I'm just wondering, are you familiar with Lord of the...
Oh, go ahead.
Are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay, just about an hour and a half away from here, we have a place called Hobbiton, which is pretty much Middle Earth, where Lord of the Rings was filmed. And we'll take you and show you that as well. So not only will we put you in life-threatening situations, we'll make it calmer for you afterwards.
There you go. That sounds fun.
Absolutely.
You got it all lined up.
Yeah, I do. And in fact, I would be honoured if you would join us on a yacht in the Hauraki Gulf, which is in the biggest city we have here in New Zealand called Auckland, at night time, having a dinner and just take in the sights. That, I think, is more Barbara's speed, to be very honest with you. I'm the kind of guy that wants to go off the bridge all the time and do the wiggly wormy stuff. But at the same time, I do compromise and love to be able to have a very, very kosher kind of evening where we take in the sights of Auckland and mix and mingle with people and, just have some fun.
Yeah. That sounds like a great time.
No.
But hey, tell me something.
Yes.
Is tequila popular there in New Zealand?
Oh, absolutely it is. And believe me, I've had some very, very messy times on that particular product. I really have. But having said that, and I'm pleased that you mentioned that because our next track is tequila. I just want you to explain this to me. You love tequila so much, you made a song about it?
I did. I love tequila, and actually, I had a girlfriend really hurt my feelings, and I wrote those lyrics. People think that's often about a man, that chorus, but I had a girlfriend really hurt my feelings, and I wrote that about her on the way home when she hurt my feelings, and then I was like, you know what? I feel like I want to get drunk. And the rest, it's funny how like lyrics can just pour out of you. It just kind of, it all came at one time.
Exactly, and believe me, we get a huge response to this. We really, really do. Especially on a Sunday when we play 16 Hours of Country, we've got you in there. And we get inundated on a Monday morning with requests wanting to hear it again.
Yeah.
So, right here at Galaxy, here is Shannon Rae and Tequila. I love that.
People just totally pay attention. The minute I say I want to get drunk, people are like, "What? You want to get drunk?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
I can fully understand that. I really, really can. Because believe me, I had that straight away as soon as I first heard that particular song. I'm going, really? Awesome.
I can't do it.
That's my kind of girl.
people get you.
Yeah, I love that.
Hi, good.
And I got to admit, I'm a big fan myself of tequila. I like that. But having said that, I'm also a big fan. Hence the mason jar comment. I'm a big fan of moonshine as well. And
You've had it once.
I talk to a lot of people coming out of the Carolinas and stuff like that, North Carolina, South Carolina, and up through the Appalachians that make it. And
I don't have a lot of moonshine experience.
well, we had a band come from LA to New Zealand that we promoted, and one of the guys says to me, "What should we bring for you?" And I went, "Moonshine." So they did. They bought me some moonshine.
And what an
here in New
experience
Zealand.
after.
I'll have to go to the Carolinas.
But, have you ever seen the TV series Moonshiners?
I haven't.
I recommend it. I really, really do. One of the stars on there, Joss Owens, is actually coming for an interview very, very shortly. And of course, where they are, moonshine is illegal to make because the taxmen don't get a bite. You know what I mean? So they're outlaws. And I have a thing for outlaws. I really, really do. I think they're absolutely splendid people. I love them. You know, anything that goes against the system.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'm not an outlaw, no, I don't go against the system, I just love
just
outlaws.
saying.
You know, anybody else can do it except for me.
I had to put everybody straight.
Yes. So, let's go back to the desk. Who's joining us, by the way?
Gib, Mon, Jay, John.
Dwayne's still in there?
Yeah, Robert, Terry. Yeah, quite a few people. Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Nice. Glad to have everybody along.
Definitely. We can't do it without
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 28 away from 12 o'clock. 26 degrees. We're heading high. It's actually like 35 inside the office here. It's hot, I tell you. Wednesday, January 23rd. Glad to have everybody on Facebook joining us, and thank you for joining us. And we're joined by Shannon Rae coming out of LA. And Shannon, absolute pleasure to have you with us today. It really, really is. And I thank you for taking the time, especially coming into about dinner time over there, to have a chat to a Kiwi over here. Now, at the same time, I've got to ask you, your influences are very, very favourites of mine, but how long have you been singing?
I've been singing all of my life. I've always loved to sing and, sing in choirs and in church and all that kind of stuff. And I've gone in and out of it all of my life. And I just connected with the right people about 5 years ago. And it just clicked. And, Dave Polich, my songwriting partner, and I, we write together. And the hits just keep coming out of us. And we're constantly working on new material. My manager, Mitch Thomas, he was saying, wow, you guys are just on a roll the other day. So we're pretty excited.
I got to be honest with you, Shannon. We have a plethora of Shannon Rae music, and I kind of feel that you're a consummate writer, you and Dave. How long have you been writing? Have you been writing as long as you've been singing?
Yeah, well, I've been writing for a long time. I always loved to do poetry in school, and the poetry, translated into songs. And when you have feelings and a lot of my songs are about hurt, but and pain, but there's a lot of fun songs out there too, like Tequila.
Absolutely. Now, I want to talk to you about Lucky 13. Tell me how you came to that name and what it means to you as an album as of a whole.
Well, we were writing songs for this album. And, we had a lot, and we kept writing and writing, and you take a whole bunch of songs and you decide which ones kind of fit together. And when we got that many, when we wrote down the ones that we thought kind of fit together, he goes, well, that's 13 and that's no good. And I'm like, no way, I was born on Halloween. 13's my lucky number. Let's go with that. That's how it became Lucky 13.
I get that. I really, really do. And I absolutely didn't know that you were born on Halloween. I really, really didn't. That's special.
It is. It's the most fun birthday to have because there's always a party.
Exactly. Absolutely. And believe me, you can have some fun with people that come to your place unawares as well. I'm a trickster kind of guy, if you know what I mean. So I'm more about the trick than the treat. You're the same?
Yeah, me too. Oh no, I do have a little bit of a sweet tooth, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, given every now and again, I suppose, to be very honest with you. Yeah, well, you see, for me, it's all about the look of shock and horror on the little pretty faces as they're running away screaming.
Yeah. It is a fun birthday, that's for sure.
I absolutely applaud you. I really, really do. Now, at the same time, I've got to ask you, have you actually been booked for playing? Now, I think the winter time you're over there at the moment, but you're starting to look like you're heading into summertime. Have you got any gigs lined up for that particular period?
Yeah, we have a bunch of shows lined up, and we have a lot cooking. We have a show that we're going to do actually on this coming Sunday, February 10th, here in California, Los Angeles. And it's actually a Veterans Day show because we had a Veterans Day show booked on November 11th, which was Veterans Day. And unfortunately, we had the tragedy at Borderline, the shooting that happened that Wednesday prior. And then the fires hit. So we canceled our show and it's been postponed, but we're having it here, and veterans and military get in free. Nice.
Absolutely brilliant. Now, at the same time, you're doing one almost tomorrow, I think, at NAMM.
Well, I'm not performing at NAMM. I'm just going to go to NAMM.
Oh, okay.
The NAMM show, the National Association of Music Merchants, and it's a huge trade show. It's like a giant music store. It's like a candy store for a musician.
Exactly. Well, I've actually known over the years a number of people who have actually played there. in certain capacities as well. Including, I got to say, Frank and Jimmy from Craving Strange are going to be there over the weekend as well. These guys are absolutely freaks. They really are. I love freaks. I really, really do. And these guys master it. Exactly. And these guys, Craving Strange, brilliant band in their own right. And love them. Absolutely love them. And their album, of course, Careful of the Landmines, has been out for about a year and a bit now, and great success, I'm sure, with them. They even starred, would you believe, in a couple of movies that we had something to do with as well. So these guys are absolutely brilliant. Have you ever, if they run into you, run away screaming?
No, say FM, FM.
That'd be great. That'd be great. If you're going to NAMM, be sure to check out Rick Galliano, my guitar player, will be at line 6.
Nice.
Check him out there.
Nice. And believe me, I'm rather jealous because I wanted to get over there myself and go and have a look myself, but unfortunately commitments here just won't let me get away too many times in a year.
It's been nice. That would have been nice because we could have done a live interview here.
Well, we could have. We really, really could. And believe me, I've got people that want to line up radio shows around not only America and Canada and places like that. Let me drop in and just give them a bit of stick from time to time. It's not my fault. I'm good and they're not. But believe me, I've been offered to go to the Americas and have a look around. But it's not my first time in America. I've been there a number of times in the past. So I kind of know my way around in America. I really, really do.
Come on out.
Yeah, absolutely. And in Canada as well. But you see, I'm kind of waiting for warmer weather, to be quite honest. You know, something that I'm kind of used to.
Yeah. Actually, my manager's working on a few shows in Canada, so we'll be up there before too long.
Nice. Well, let us know where you're going to be so that we can promote you, especially with our Canadian friends.
Yeah.
And believe me, we have a lot of Canadian friends that follow Galaxy, star on Galaxy. And apparently in Canada, you can't actually go anywhere in Canada without hearing a name. So I feel sorry for you when you get there. You'll go, oh, God, them again? So, that kind of idea.
We have lots of shows coming up. We're actually going to be sharing the stage with Wilson Phillips in June. And then we just booked a cruise in November. It's country cruising. And the headliners on that are Trace Atkins and Rodney Millsap and Little Texas and a bunch of big stars. So that'll be fun for us.
I'm kind of jealous.
100 Proof's going to hit that.
Yeah, absolutely. Wilson Phillips, what a band. What a great bunch of girls, actually. I love those girls. But
I can't meet them.
You really have it sewn up right now. Your career is going through the roof, and I've got to congratulate you for that. I really, really do. And your managers and everybody that put everything together. I know Steve Baker's a big fan of yours as well. He really, really is, from visual image marketing. At the same time...
I'm a big fan.
At the same time, I want to ask you about a particular red Cadillac. Tell me all about it.
Oh, Red Cadillac. Yeah, that's a great song. It's a great one written about. It's kind of like a great driving song, you know. No pun intended with Red Cadillac, but it really is like it gets me cruising in my car, and I love me some Elvis. Elvis is a huge influence for me, and I've been told by a few people that I kind of have an Elvis vibe in my performance, and I think that one of my biggest influences is Winona Judd, and I think she has a little Elvis in her, so maybe that's where I got it from.
You know, I absolutely, I can see that now, actually. I'm pleased you mentioned Winona Judd, but at the same time, Elvis was a big Cadillac fan, wasn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, he was, and he's going cruising with me in my red Cadillac.
Absolutely, and I was actually going to ask you, do you have a Cadillac of your own?
Oh, I wish. But I do have a friend who owns about, I think 9 or 10. My friend Greg owns about 9 or 10 Cadillacs. And we go cruising here and there.
You know, I would absolutely love that. I have another friend over in LA. His name's Barry. And God, he has warehouses full of these absolutely stunning cars. I think he hires them out for TV shows and stuff like that as well. But believe me, Cadillacs, he got a few. I know he's got a few. He really does. So off here, I'll let you know who he is, to be very honest with you, because in LA, nice band, brilliant band, an emerging band in its own right, and was the band that came to New Zealand. We introduced him to a number of things here in New Zealand. He will never be the same, and I'm sure his wife Linda will never be the same either. At the same time, I was talking to another band not so long ago that are actually going to be appearing in Australia, and they said to us, Grant, can we come over before we go? And I'm going, no. You go and do Australia first, even though they're our distant cousins over there. Go and do Australia first. Then come to New Zealand and have some Kiwi therapy. You'll need it afterwards. So believe me, I recommend the same for you. But right now, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM with Shannon Rae and Rick Cadillac. Barbara, I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really hot here. Yeah. Gosh, we need air conditioning. How you
Am I making you hot, Grant?
Oh, always, darling, always. Without getting in trouble, yes, you are. It's absolutely stifling.
I know your wife is watching, so don't say too much.
Oh, no, I
If
don't
you
think
see a
she's
brick
watching.
hit me on the side of the head, you'll understand, right?
No, she's not watching. She's listening.
Yeah, she's listening. She's not
She's
actually
out the
watching
back.
at the moment.
She's just listening.
She's out the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's her name?
Terry.
Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Terry. T-E-R-I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Terry.
Yeah,
Terry.
Carrie. I gotta get
Carrie.
my accent going.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're getting close.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Terry.
Carrie.
Yeah. So
Right.
I'm going to ask you, talking of accents, I'm actually going to ask you to say a few things. Come here.
Oh, I was being cool.
You are being called now.
Oh,
Shannon
okay.
wants to know you,
Oh,
right? This is Terry.
hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
She's the voice in my head.
She's our other troublemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for getting us the questions.
I love your music. It's really choice.
Yes, it's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to meet
Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm going back to work.
Go back
Bye.
to work. Go back
Yeah.
to work.
Work those markets out.
Make me look good
Yeah,
on radio.
work the markets out.
Sweet.
Yeah. We all of us come from Auckland, which is the biggest city, and we came down here
Oh.
primarily for economics, to be very honest.
That's where we should perform,
Yeah, absolutely.
in Auckland.
We're going to get you some gigs in Auckland. Believe me, you're going to love
Yeah.
love New Zealand. You really
Yeah,
are.
I have family in
I'll
Auckland.
get my manager working on that.
Do that.
Contact
believe
me about it.
And we've got a number of other cities and places that we would love to show you. There's places like the Marlborough Sound,
Yeah.
and that place is
Nelson would be
And I'm
great.
gonna eat worms. I'm gonna eat worms, and I'm gonna bungee jump.
like you are.
Oh, not me.
We can do a lot
Neither.
more if you want. Believe me, there is heaps to do. Barbara wants to go shopping with you.
There you go. I love shopping. They have you
Oh,
shopping
look.
there?
I
Yeah.
love your country and western clothes there.
Barbara loves the country and western clothes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't get that
thank you. I
here.
work on it myself. I have friends who help me bling things up and
Oh,
make
nice.
it
I
fun
like
and
that.
sparkly
Yeah.
for the stage.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got sparkly pants on today. See?
You do, actually. You do. They're lethal, those.
Watch out.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM 14, away from 12 o'clock, almost lunchtime, 26 degrees, it's stifling outside. So think about us in here with no air conditioning right now. Wednesday, January 23rd, and I'm elated to be able to be joined in her own home, Shannon Rae, coming out of LA. And I've got to thank you for inviting us into your home, Shannon. Absolutely lovely place.
Oh, thank you. It's my dining room.
It is absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is. And I kind of feel there's a lot of your personality in the decor.
Oh, there is. I did it myself, and I host all of our family events. So we have anywhere from 15 to 25 people here for all the holidays. It's really nice.
Nice, nice. Now, in New Zealand, we have a native peoples called the Maori, and they have their own indigenous language. I'm just wondering if you want to try a couple of te reo words for us.
So, some words, okay.
Okay, now we call it te reo. That is a native word for speaking Maori. So we're going to try something, and believe me, I'm not going to give you any stick about how you say aluminum, and we say aluminium. But, it is aluminium, really, it is. Aluminum, really, come on. But I'm going to get you to say the word whakapapa.
Whakapapa?
Whakapapa.
It's a real name.
Whakapapa.
No, like a...
Is that a name? Is that the worm?
It's like a sexual act, but it's not. It's whakapapa.
It's a museum.
Whakapapa.
She's close. We'll
Yes.
rate her. What would you say? Out of 10?
Oh, about 8.
About 8 for trying, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Say whakatane.
Like a what?
Whakatane.
Whakatane.
There you go.
There you
Now,
go.
that's a city here in New Zealand.
It's about 38 k's
What does
from
that
here.
mean?
It is.
That's a city?
It's a city here in New Zealand. In fact, would you believe, about 50 kilometres away, about, half an hour's drive
38.
from where we are right now. And believe me, very, very lovely city. Can you say haka?
Hata?
Haka.
God.
H-A...
Hata.
Jeez.
H-A-K-A. Haka.
Hata. Hata.
Haka, there you go, that's the word. Now that's a war dance that our rugby team here in New Zealand, we have the All Blacks, they're the winning champions of the world for rugby union. And that's the dance they do before they start a match. And believe me, we would love to be able to show you the All Blacks and take you to one of their matches. Not quite sure about Eden Park though.
Well, they reckon if they get the one on the down on the waterfront, they're going to get Eden Park out of the pool.
Yeah, they want to make a development out of the
Yes.
place and put people in houses in our favourite rugby ground. That's just unheard of. Not good at all. And I got to thank you for taking part in that, actually, because believe me, it's not easy language to get across, but believe me, you will hear a lot of that language here when you come here. And the Indigenous folks, we're going to take you to Rotorua, and that is primarily a tourist attraction town built around the lifestyle of the Maori back in the day, to be very honest with you.
I could imagine her in a mud bath.
You got a manager doing what?
No, I could see her in a mud bath.
I'll see her in a mud bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rotorua.
Look out, Barbara wants to throw you in mud now.
In what?
In mud. Barbara said...
Mud. Oh, in mud.
Yeah.
It's one of our
Yeah, a
healing.
mud bath, absolutely. Barbara said that she could see you in a mud bath. Me personally, I prefer chocolate.
No, but it's a healing thing. The properties.
Well, I can't really hear you
I
too
know.
loud. I've got
You
these
can listen
other
to
voices
this.
going on in
But
my
I'll
head as well.
explain
It's getting mixed messages. Now, at the same time, we also have a number of places around New Zealand that are absolutely picturesque. It really, really is. Like the Marlborough Sounds, for instance. We could take you down there. Now, this is a place, literally, like Land of the Dinosaurs. It's like time forgot the place. It's so beautiful down there. Take you down to Queens...
We'd love to hear the music.
And we could take you down to the Fox Glacier, where we have a big ice glacier down there. Even the Pancake Rocks down at Punakaiki. Absolutely stunning scenery, which is a not to be missed kind of deal, if you know what I mean. So, in the meantime... maybe about 4 shows here in New Zealand. Would you consider that?
Of course. I'm telling you, my manager's on it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, I tell you what.
We would love to come.
Well, I tell you what. Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainments here with Galaxy. Now, she does everything for Galaxy and for Aurora Entertainments, getting bands and everything into the country, right down to getting visas, all sorts of things, if you know what I mean, including taking care of your wish lists, everything like that. We can certainly do that. The only problem that we have basically is sponsorship. We always need more sponsorship. So if you've got anybody over there that wants to get on the Shannon Rae train to come to New Zealand, we would gladly be able to talk to them as well and make this happen. We would love to have you here, Shannon, and believe me, we would love to be able to see you perform this next particular track live. This is a very special kind of track. It's called Daddy's Girl. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, a couple years ago, Dave and I were working on this one song, and the lyrics were coming. They weren't coming, and we kind of put it on the shelf. And you go through songs, and you go, okay, maybe we'll work on that one later. So then we were trying to get songs together for Lucky 13. And so we revisited how what songs we wanted to do, and he said, well, let's look at this one. So I looked at it and I took it home and I tried to write some lyrics, and then nothing came. And then my father passed away, and within a month the lyrics just poured out of me. It was like he sent them to me, and it's such an emotional song for me. And I think that a lot, like when I perform it at shows, it makes me emotional now. When I perform it at shows, so many women come up to me and go, oh, I love that song, Daddy's Girl. I'm my daddy's girl too. And it just really touched my heart. So for all of the daddy's girls out there, this song's definitely for you.
I absolutely love that, and my condolences for your loss, believe me, but what a way to make a creation, and this is an absolutely superb song. So, without further ado, Shannon, we better play it. Here is Shannon Rae on Galaxy, Daddy's Girl. Ooh. I got sweat rolling off me. Excuse me. Excuse me, I need a powder. Powder! I'm getting shiny.
It's all right. I can go and get the lipstick.
Yeah,
Powder.
Yeah, no powder. You can keep your lipstick. I'm getting shiny. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've worked in television as well. I got the perfect face for radio, but scary for television, I tell you.
Oh, no, I think you look great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Distinguished.
Are you comfortable there? Do you need another tequila?
I'm sorry?
Are you comfortable? Do you need another tequila?
Tequila? Here we go.
Awesome. Mine's
at 2:55 in the afternoon.
Nice. Mine's a special coffee. It was made by Barbara, so it's very special.
Mine's good old spring water.
Oh, cheating now.
We take turns.
Cheating.
Yeah, it is cheating.
It's 5 o'clock, so.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it is. Believe me, I know somewhere out there somebody's going, cheers, Shannon. Absolutely.
Well, it is lunchtime,
Yeah,
really,
cheers.
so you can have a
Definitely.
drink with your lunch.
But having said that, you see, right across from where we are, we have a pub. Now, let me tell you about that.
Uh-huh.
Here in New Zealand, we have a thing called Osh, which is the...
I like it. I love a good pub.
Nice. Well, I'm going to tell you a story about that because you're going to absolutely love it. And it's to do with all the staff here. But let's go back to the desk.
Yeah, hurry.
Hurry.
Watching over my
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, Daddy's Girl by Shannon Rae. I can really relate to that. I've got a couple of Daddy's Girls at home that just can't wait for me to get home every night, to be very honest with you. If I do manage to get home. This business, literally sometimes I can spend anything up to 36 hours up here in a row with computer problems and all sorts of things and staff members, and it just gets really, really complicated up here. It really does. So when I get home, both my daddy's girls, believe me, all over me. Can't get them off me. But mine, unfortunately, have 4 legs instead of 2.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
They're still daddy's girls, though.
They really, really are. It doesn't matter the species, you know, there's a daddy's girl out there everywhere. There really, really is. And I absolutely love that track. Now, we were talking about a pub that we have just across the forecourt from where we are right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And we have a thing here in New Zealand which is a government requirement by OSH, which is Occupational Health and Safety, and they require us to have a thing called a fire drill to make sure that our staff are at a safe meeting ground or meeting place away from any given danger. Yeah, well, we can understand that, right? Just so happens to the absolute inch or millimetre, it's right in front of the bar. Guess how many times we have a fire drill? We have regular fire drills. Yeah, we really, really do.
So do you call regular fire drills then? Is that what you're telling me?
It happens all the time. In fact, my wallet's getting thinner and thinner by the day.
I would call my own fire drill. I'm like, fire drill?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been guilty of doing that a number of times myself. And many messy tequilas were had, I got to be honest with you. Do you have a particular brand that you drink?
I love Patron, actually. Patron Silver is my favorite.
Okay. I'll have to give that one a try.
People tease me all the time, but I'm a Coors Light drinker too.
Okay, now tell me the percentage of Coors Light. What size can and what percentage is in that?
It's pretty light, but it's light in calorie. And the thing is that, like, you know, you can be out and you can drink a bunch of them, you know, whereas if you have some heavy beer, you can't have very many of them. They're kind of watery, but but I love it though. That's what I like. I like a shot of tequila and a Coors Light. Well, give me a Patron and a tequila and a Coors Light. I'm all good.
Okay, I get that. I really, really do. I like a Pepe Lopez, to be very honest with you.
And one of those big worms.
Yeah.
And one of those big worms that you're going to feed me.
There you go. I'm kind of a Pepe Lopez kind of tequila drinker myself, but I don't want to have a Clayton's. You know, I want to have a beer, and every Kiwi guy in New Zealand, no, you can keep that stuff. It is like kitten water, to be very honest with you. We drink real beer here, you know, a good 7.
Yeah. I'm sure you drink really heavy beer, but I like a light beer with a shot of tequila. But anyway.
Having said that, though, we will make sure that there is a Coors Light for you here in New Zealand. We'll take it, take that under.
Oh, they have it there, huh?
If they don't, we will get it for you.
Thank you. Hey, let's talk about my Get Lucky video.
Well, you're really good, aren't you? Believe me, this is really easy to talk to this young lady because I was actually working into that. I really, really was. Now, believe me, I really want to know all about the video. I'm absolutely fascinated with it. Who did the production on that? Who was who were the people?
So it was directed by Mark Putnam, and he's just really, he was very creative in his direction and filming and getting to some great big angles and great cuts, you know, so that it made it exciting. And it just really all fell together, and we did it in just one day.
Really?
In a studio in Los Angeles, and the band looks so great in it, and you know, we just really got it together. And so I have a funny story for you. So the dance that I do, I have my 2 friends in the dance section with me. Crystal Lynn, who is a big line dancing instructor here in the Los Angeles area. She was actually the head line dancing instructor at Borderline. And she choreographed the dance. But the one thing is that I am not a dancer. I mean, I'm a good freestyle dancer, but when it comes to following steps, I am no good. It is hysterical. So I got my other friend, Tanya, one of my best friends, Tanya Calandra, who she is a great dancer. So I figure if you put two great dancers behind you, they can make you look good. So they taught me the dance, and we did it, and it really turned out great. So for that segment, it was really fun.
You know, I absolutely loved the video. I really, really did. And I mentioned Steve Baker earlier on. Now, he was the guy that sent me the video initially, and he says, Grant, how would you like to do an interview with this lady? And I went, absolutely. Now, we do have a process. Now, this is going to lead back to Get Lucky. It really, really is. We have a process here at Galaxy where we get about 30 to 50 bands a day that want to be interviewed. And believe me, it's a huge, huge process. And Barbara sifts through it and comes up with, you know, a good portion of that, takes it to production. They sit there and argue like crazy for a few days or so until they whittle it down. And then they take that to our board that approves that. To be very honest with you, we have an image. We have people that we have to appease. So they're like the government. They really are. They take it too far sometimes. And then we come down to maybe 2 or 3 interviews out of all of that for a week.
Oh.
So it is quite.
Lucky me.
It is quite a process. Now, Steve sent me the video of this, and I went, "Oh my God, this is absolutely stunning! I want to know more. Literally, I want to know more." So we worked on it, and production gave us the MP3 of everything, and we started announcing that we were going to play it. And after the show, I walk out to reception, and the receptionist, the pretty receptionist, says to me, "Grant, there's a phone call from Australia for you." And I went, "Oh, okay. Who wants to talk to me?" And this guy says, "Hi, I forget his name now. I'm stuck in an airport in Adelaide, and I've been listening to your show. And I heard Shannon Rae." He says, "Now, I'm over here with a group of other guys. We're with the Cubs, and we're having a few classes over here teaching some of the younger people the tricks in the trade and everything like that. But we've missed our flight. The flight's been held up, and I wanted something to do, and I just by accident came across your radio station online and heard you announcing Shannon Rae. So I checked her out." He says, "I've just downloaded Lucky 13. I absolutely love that. I really, really do." So that's my story.
That's some good news.
Yeah, and I says, "Well,
That's great.
what is your favourite track?" And he says, "I really have to go with Get Lucky." So Shannon, I've got to congratulate you right here, right now. It's Shannon Rae on Galaxy. Most requested Shannon Rae song, Get Lucky.
Yeah, I love this song too.
Yeah, absolutely. This is wicked.
I love it.
Yeah, me too, mate. And believe me, the whole staff do. I hate to say it, but we have been caught chair dancing quite often to it.
Hi, Rod Henson.
Good. I love it.
Roger?
Rod Henson.
Oh, Rod Henson's online.
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Rod, check out Shannon Rae coming out of LA. You'll love her. You will.
Excuse me.
She wants to go to Canada. Get her into Canada. Dare you?
Yeah, Canada would be great.
Yeah, and believe me, Rod Henson,
We're working on this.
absolute gem of a man. He really, really is. And somewhere down the line, I think he has something to do with the Canadian Country Musical Association. I really do. He's quite an important man. Very important man. And good friend of
That's
Galaxy.
great.
Love you, Rod.
I'd love to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me see what I can do again for you, because I am going to talk to Brian as well. Brian is in Nashville. He has a home in Nashville, but is, I think, based in Canada. So believe me, wheels can turn. Wheels can turn. And Brian Perry,
That'd be
please,
great.
please,
That'd be great.
check out Shannon Rae for me.
I love it.
Yeah, please, Brian. I'm talking. I really mean it. Check her out.
Come on, Brian.
Yeah, go on, Brian. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll supply the popcorn.
We can make the jokes.
Oh, no, I'm going to do something here.
Okay.
Gotta put one of them in.
Don't forget going to wrap it up after?
Yes, we are, but we have got one more thing that we're going to do
some
after
photos.
that.
I want to take some photos.
Besides, Barbara wants to take some photos. We
Put it up on the website.
Picks up on the website. But we also do a thing called a shout out. And it's very, very simple.
Oh.
Only takes a couple of seconds, but we put you on our website. Don't forget, 7 million plus people right now listening online.
Yeah.
And I will give you the total. Literally, 7.
I love it.
Let me get this right. Make sure I've got it right. 7,069,000.
Oh, 70, it just turned over.
Oh, 7,070,000. That's going to be a tongue twister. Let's go back
Look
to
at all
the
these people that love you, Grant.
Yeah. I'd be so lucky.
Good idea, Steve. I'll share it to him anyway, and you can share it to him.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I know we're going over lunchtime, 8 after 12 o'clock, 27 degrees, we're still going up. I kind of feel 30 degrees is quite reasonable. Wednesday, January 23rd, and I'm speaking to Shannon Rae coming out of LA. And her number one song here at Galaxy, Get Lucky. It really, really is a huge, huge hit. It really is. And believe me, we are in a number of countries, Shannon, and we're being picked up by the Philippines right now. They're absolutely loving everything we're doing right now.
Right?
Moldavia, I don't know where Moldavia is, but Moldavia is tuned in as well. St. Petersburg and Russia's tuned in. Germany getting in there. A number of cities throughout America as well, Canada, England. Believe me, you are absolutely global right now with 7,070,000 people joining us for this particular interview. And I got to congratulate you, Shannon. It has been an absolute blast. It really, really has. But I did warn you at the beginning of this show that we do have Australians listening as well. And one always chimes in, has done so, in fact a couple of questions back, has done so, and wants to know, Shannon Rae, what's your marital status?
Oh, well, I'm sorry to say that I am married.
Give us a shout out. What's your husband? Who is your husband?
His name's Tony, and we've been married for a lucky 13 years, so...
It's not fate, is it? It's absolutely bliss, isn't it? I absolutely love that. Tell me something about your wedding. Anything quirky happen? Did you fall in a lake or anything like that?
Well, it was kind of love at first sight a little bit. I had some great chemistry with him, but we actually didn't get together till about 10 years later. So
that's really cool, actually.
We were friends first that saw each other every year at an event in Las Vegas, and then, you know.
Yeah, I do know, actually.
One year that it's all about the timing, right, Grant?
Absolutely it is. I got to be honest with you. When I first started my very first radio station, unbeknown to me, it was New Zealand's most famous radio station ever. And I came along to this job that was offered to me. And I'm doing a show. Believe me, I started off doing mid-dawn, which is midnight until 7:30 in the morning. Very unprestigious part of the morning, I've got to be honest with you. You're never sure on FM if anybody's listening. In Auckland, I got this job, and this lady rings me up and she says, Grant, you're not playing the right music. Now, I've got to do my job and do what my bosses say. And I have a production manager up there that writes everything down meticulously. If I deviate from that, I am going to get hung, drawn and quartered, right? But she's ringing me up all the time saying, you're not doing the good job, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Absolutely blistering. And she was filling up my phone lines. Literally, I was panicking at one stage there going, how do I get the competitions going and distinguish which one's here and which one isn't, because it's only just lights. And at the end of the shift, I get this phone call from her saying, listen, why don't you come to a party? We'll show you how to do it. You know what I mean? And I sort of, okay, fair enough, that's cool, why not? So I took down the address and the phone number and everything, and it was way over in the North Shore from where I was in the city, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, she gave me such a hard time. I'm going to go and give her a bit of my mind now. I can only do what I do, and I can only take her the evidence, which is my production manager's lists and everything like this, and say, hey, give me a break. You know, I'm only trying to do my job. So I went there, and I got about a block away from her place, and there's all these motorbikes across the road. And I'm thinking, okay, something's up. And this guy comes up to the window, taps on the window, and I wind down the window, and he looks at me and he goes, you're that DJ, aren't you? And I went, yeah, that's right, I'm the DJ. And he goes, yeah, you're here to see Terry, aren't you? And I went, yes. And he goes, see that guy over there? Follow him. We'll park your car. And all of a sudden I'm starting to panic because these guys had patches on and all sorts of, you know, funny stuff on. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what have I got myself into? This guy puts his hand on my shoulder and walks me down to the house. And down this dark alleyway, up to this big glowing opaque door, three panel opaque door, and suddenly that goes dark, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, maybe they're just scared and turned the lights off or something, but there's the thundering music going on, coming out of the garage, and I'm thinking, wow, that's really, really cool. Anyway, this door opens up, and all I could see was this chest. This guy bends down under the door and looks at me and goes, you're that DJ, aren't you? And I went, yeah, that's right, I am. Now, picture this. This was nothing but leather jackets, black jumpers, black jeans, everything like that. I'm in a suit and tie with a briefcase. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm thinking to myself. He reaches in, grabs me literally by the neck and guides me through this millennia of people in there, all dressed the same, but everything stopped and they're all looking at me. So they took me through to meet Terry. And she goes, you're that DJ, aren't you? And I went, yeah, that's right. She goes, you need to learn how to play music. You really do. And from that point on, she goes, listen, come downstairs and I'll introduce you to a band, which ended up actually, the guy playing in the band was actually ended up now, today, being the manager and runner of the radio station I first started at. And he was a little kid back in those days. He really, really was. Absolutely killing it. But believe me, all of those friends, now, it kind of worked out that I wanted to have a relationship with this young lady over a period of time. It took 10 years before they would let me even near close.
Wow.
It really
worked out.
It worked out. It really has. I've been happily married now for a number of years. And we did it again not so long ago. I've run out of things to give my wife on our anniversary. So I asked her to marry me again. We did that. Luckily, now check this out, Barbara here and Terry have the same birthday. So I kind of figured, why not make a party of it? We'll get married on the girls' birthdays. So they went, yeah, absolutely, that's cool. You know, Barbara was the bridesmaid and we went and had this wedding. And people were saying to me, all the guys were saying to me, why did you get married on a birthday? I said, do you think I can forget that date?
Perfect.
Absolutely.
It wasn't the 13th, was it?
No, it wasn't. Close. 10th. I think she was testing me there. Anyway, Shannon, it has been an absolute pleasure
Jane.
Talking to you today, and I thank you for taking your time out.
Thank you so much.
You know, I really thank you for
And hey, I want thank you, and I would like everybody to tune into Country Fix this weekend on Country TV at 8 o'clock p.m.
There you go.
Saturday night.
Here in New Zealand, by the way, Shannon Rae is going to be the superstar that we know she is. And we're going to love to be able to follow you through the career of Shannon Rae and 100% proof, or 100 proof. And believe me, I'm looking forward to meeting you down here, down under. I really, really am. Let's do something.
Me too.
Make it happen. What do you reckon?
I love it. And be sure to have everyone go to shannonrae.com, and all the links are there for all the social media, all the digital download areas, everything. So please come on over there and leave a comment, and I'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely, Shannon. It is going to be an absolute pleasure. But please, don't go anywhere just yet, because Barbara wants to take a couple of pics and stuff like that. But for everybody listening right now, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining Shannon Rae and myself here at Galaxy 107 FM, 16 after 12 o'clock.
Shannon
It is
and Jane,
27
you should
degrees.
get together.
Have a very happy day.